This scanner is exactly what you need if you're tired of feeding pages one by one or dealing with jams all the time. But let me explain why. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've been testing the Fujitsu fi-7260 for about 3 weeks now, mostly scanning stacks of invoices, contracts, and client files for my small business, and it's handled everything without a hiccup. The first thing that stood out was how quiet it is, no loud whirring or grinding like some scanners I've used before. It just sits there, humming softly, which makes a real difference when you're trying to focus or take a call while it's running. Paper handling is where this thing shines. I've fed it everything from flimsy receipts to slightly dog-eared letterheads, and it's never jammed once. The rollers grip just right, and the automatic duplexing means double-sided documents flip and scan cleanly without me having to flip them manually. That alone saves me a ton of time when I'm digitizing old client files. I've also tried scanning mixed stacks, some stapled, some not, and it's still smooth sailing. Most scanners would choke on that, but this one just keeps going. Image quality is another win. Text comes out crisp, even on low contrast documents, and photos or logos retain their color without weird tinting. I've compared it side by side with scans from a more expensive office scanner, and honestly, you'd be hard-pressed to tell the difference. The included PaperStream ClickScan software makes it dead simple to adjust settings like DPI or file type on the fly, and it even lets you batch scan with preset profiles, which is a lifesaver when you're processing a pile of similar documents. For anyone running a small office or even a home business, the reliability factor can't be overstated. I've left it running unattended for hours with no issues, which is something I couldn't say about the cheaper scanners I've owned. The build quality feels solid too, no flimsy plastic parts that creak or wobble. It's designed to sit on a desk without taking up too much space, and the front-loading paper tray makes it easy to refill without jostling the whole setup. One thing worth noting is that it's not built for high-volume scanning. If you're processing hundreds of pages a day, you might want something with a larger ADF capacity or faster speed. But for light to moderate use, say, under 2,000 pages a month, it's more than enough. Also, the initial setup can be a little finicky if you're not used to TWAIN or ISIS drivers, but once it's configured, it runs smoothly. Pros-wise, the reliability and paper handling are the standout features. It's also surprisingly quiet and compact for a scanner with this kind of capability. The only real downside is the learning curve with the software if you're not tech-savvy, and the fact that it's not ideal for heavy workloads. If you're in the market for a scanner that won't let you down day after day, this is the one to get. It's not flashy, but it does the job without drama. Link is below. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Fujitsu fi-7260 Professional Desktop Color Duplex Document Scanner sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like the perfect front office flatbed scanner for light workloads and day in and day out reliability with industry-leading image actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off. What stands out about Fujitsu fi-7260 Professional Desktop Color Duplex Document Scanner is how it seems positioned for buyers who want something practical, easy to understand, and worthwhile beyond the first impression. That usually matters more than flashy marketing because long-term satisfaction comes from how well the product fits your actual routine, priorities, and expectations once you start using it regularly. It is also smart to think about long-term satisfaction. A product like Fujitsu fi-7260 Professional Desktop Color Duplex Document Scanner usually feels like the better buy when it stays convenient, comfortable, and reliable in normal everyday use instead of only looking good in the listing.